Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, January 12th. Thank you for joining in. And we continue to take a look at the fruit of the Spirit, the singular work of the Spirit in our lives, which enables us to walk after Him and know Him and be about what the Spirit of God is all about. What we see in the fruit of the Spirit is not something which we primarily acquire in a worship atmosphere. If the Spirit is primarily manifested to us, made known to us in worship experience or some other sort of a public display, we do not understand what the Spirit is about. The fruit of the Spirit is what it means to walk by the Spirit in a life humbled in worship to God. And that's what these 9 components of the fruit of the Spirit demonstrate to us. This morning, we're going to look at gentleness. It's the 8th one. There's just one more to go, self-control. But the applications are rich. The meaning for life is rich. Again, I'm using Ruth's Get Wisdom for her definition of gentleness. Gentleness is using only the strength or force that is appropriate. Gentleness is using only the strength or force that is appropriate. That means that there's no situation that you will encounter in life where gentleness, this aspect of the fruit of the Spirit of gentleness, is not needed and is not appropriate. Gentleness is always appropriate, using only the strength or force that is appropriate. We are told that gentleness calms the heart that is troubled, turns away wrath. We are told by Paul that gentleness is what is used when people oppose you. Jesus addresses himself and calls himself gentle and humble in heart. Gentleness is the genuine outworking of the work of the Spirit in your life. Gentleness is another aspect of the fruit of the Spirit at work. Ruth's prayers in this Get Wisdom booklet, they're short, to the point. They're written to communicate truth to younger children. But if you don't embrace these things yourself, it will only be rote commands given to your children. And as I read these prayers in preparation for talking with you, they are serious stuff, literally. Note the prayer of gentleness. Lord, thank you for being kind and gentle with me. She always starts with God, even when I am not acting right. There's the element of the gospel right there. I know sometimes I'm too loud and rough. Well, that applies to my 5-year-old. It also applies to certain 74-year-olds that I know. I don't mean to hurt or offend people, but sometimes I do. See, there are some vicious people who mean to hurt, but most of the time, just being who we are is enough to be offensive and hurtful to people. Please help me to be gentle. See, this conscious pursuit of being gentle is what guards against the defensiveness I tend to have to justify myself based upon my intentions. If I'm given to the fruit of the Spirit, I cannot trust my intentions. You see, the fruit of the Spirit is not something that's a personality trait. And if you're into all those different personality traits and whatever, and they really are fascinating, a lot of them. There's not one of them where the goal for, no matter what your personality trait is or supposedly isn't, there's not one that the fruit of the Spirit does not directly apply. If you feel like you're on the shy side of things, you think that's your personality, God has called you to be gentle, even though it requires great courage to be gentle. If you're aggressive, and a type 8 by some scale, or somebody who's kind of an alpha person. You are called to be gentle, as well as the other aspects of the Spirit's fruit. God wants us to live on the basis of the fruit of the Spirit being worked out in our lives and not by our intentions. And that's the thought for this morning. I'm going to give some thought today. I think I'm going to do another session tonight on gentleness, another lesson. We'll tackle self-control, and then in the coming days, some implications of what it means to live by the Spirit, to pursue His fruit. But this morning, make it your prayer to be gentle, to use only the force that's appropriate. Because there's no situation that you will encounter today where gentleness is not appropriate and good and honoring to God. And that's what it means to live and walk and delight in the fruit of the Spirit. So that's the thought for the day. Again, love your feedback. You have a great day, and Lord bless you. Bye-bye.